The upbeat atheist.
Crank mail. I just love that. Oh. That sound means it's story time. I've got a great story today. It's called Red Lemmings. Once upon a time, in the land of make-believe, there was a group of red lemmings. They were generous, compassionate, honest, truthful, and loyal. One day, a loudmouthed weasel dressed up in a lemming suit came into their village. The crafty weasel said he would give the lemmings power like they had never known if they would make him their lemming king. Now the red lemmings noticed that the language used by the loudmouth would-be king was quite foul. He said things about females that made the red lemmings blush and cringe. Further, he said a lot of things that the red lemming scientists knew were wrong. The loudmouth said he would build a wall around Lemming Town to protect the town from the criminal, murdering, illegal lemmings from other towns. This made the red lemmings very fearful. So even though they could see that the loudmouth was a very nasty person, the fear he instilled and the power he promised were much stronger than the kindness and goodness they had always cherished. They made the loudmouth their king. As time went by, the red lemmings, once the very pinnacle of respect, became despised in the eyes of lemming villages around the world. Their blind allegiance to the lying, cheating, amoral, misogynistic, bigoted, loudmouthed king caused them to reject the principles they had once been so proud of. After almost 4 years of rule under evil King Loudmouth, a new king was appointed. King Loudmouth could not accept this, so he ran headlong over the edge of the cliff with the red lemmings following him still, even to the bitter end. My, what a sad story. But there is a moral to the story, and I think the moral can best be expressed in a scripture from the King James Version of the Bible. Mark chapter 8, verse 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
The cryptic book of law they quickly cast aside, succumbed to power's draw, and turned a letcher's eye. The solid rock, once held as higher ground, is now a moral mockery that's crumbling all around. Soon there'll be no solace to be found. Red lemmings, like greedy courtesans, let righteousness go wrong to join the sold-out throng. Red lemmings obeyed the conman's call. They who once stood tall have no stature now at all, headed for the fall. If even one would dare to stop and think, maybe they'd stop running headlong to the brink. Deafened by rhetoric and all the angry noise, no, not one I bet could ever hear a still small voice. Fleeting is the season they rejoice. Wow! Red lemmings, faith turned into fear. The sinner now revered, dance for their puppeteer. Red lemmings, lies transcending love. up the peaceful dove. But beware, in blind man's bluff, the precipice is judge. Cannot question, can't look back. Too much pressure in the pack. Revel in the fervor near the ledge. Heart is pounding like marching drums. Too late now, the moment has come. A river of red flows over the edge. Red lemmings, like greedy courtesans, let righteousness go wrong to join the sold-out throng. Red lemmings obey the conman's call. They who once stood tall have no stature now at all. Heading for the
Woohoo! Boy, was I hopped up the day that I wrote that song. And I'm still a little hopped up, but not nearly so much. There's a light at the end of the tunnel now. I should put a disclaimer in here. Not everybody who is a Christian and sits in the pew, or any other faith for that matter of fact, and sits in the pew every week, is the type person I described in this Red Lemming song. Many of them are very nice, forward-thinking, progressive types. They just happen to have that one little thing that they still hang on to. So, don't take that the wrong way. It's not a blanket statement. Just as they're good people, and they would be even without their religion, there are people out there who are good people and non-believers, and some who are not so good people and non-believers. So it's really a matter of how you treat other people. Do you give them the respect that they deserve? For me, I boil it down to this. I believe in good. See you again soon.